I got new bookshelves, which you probably know about because I haven't stopped talking about it. They're so beautiful. So this is the very much anticipated updated bookshelf tour. I was going to do this at the end of 2017, but I knew I was getting these, so I wanted to wait until they were all set up and done. I started filming this, sorry I'm out of breath, I'm not very well. I started filming this video at the end of January and it's taken a while because I've not been well, and I started filming it one day and then had to stop after like 5 shelves because I was going out, and then it's taken its time, but it's finally finished. I just finished editing it. It's a thing, it's long, it's a long thing. One thing I will say, obviously I don't explain every book in detail, I just say the title of the book and the author because the video would be like 50 times longer than it already is. And my hands are shaky in parts just because I just have shaky hands. I just have them, I've always had them. I get loads of comments on it and it's like I can't help it. I hope you like it. It's new, it's updated, it's in detail, there's extra shelves, and it took a really long time. Please enjoy. Okay, so this is the first shelf. I just want to apologise because this is obviously the top shelf and I'm stood on a stool, so my hands are not going to be the most stable while going through these books. Cool. So on this shelf we have 2 Tsum-Tsums, so there is just normal Baymax and Baymax in his armour. I also have a playing card on here. So it says 6 of Crows and Crooked Kingdom, and then it has Nina on it. Poison Study, Magic Study, Fire Study, Shadow Study, Night Study, and Dawn Study, all by Maria V. Schneider, Shadow and Bone, Siege and Storm, and Ruin and Rising, all by Leigh Bardugo, A Court of Thorns and Roses, A Court of Mist and Fury, and A Court of Wings and Ruin, all by Sarah J. Maas, Stealing Snow by Danielle Page, 6 of Crows, and Crooked Kingdom, both by Leigh Bardugo, Midnight Never Come, and In Ashes Lie by Marie Brennan. Then we have Heartless by Marissa Meyer, This Oldest Girl in Cold Town by Holly Black, This Savage Song by V.E. Schwab. Then we have Lost Boy by Christina Henry, Throne of Glass, Crown of Midnight, Heir of Fire, Queen of Shadows, and Empire of Storms, all by Sarah J. Maas, and also The Assassin's Blade, again by Sarah J. Maas. Then I have this, which just says And They Lived Happily Ever After. I felt like it was pretty fitting. Moving on to the second shelf, we have a little Pua and Moana Tsum-Tsum. And also on here I have a Buffy the Vampire Slayer Pop Funko. Okay, so on this shelf we have The Raven Boys, The Dream Thieves, Blue Lily Lily Blue, and The Raven King, all by Maggie Stafata, Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children, Hollow City, and Library of Souls, all by Ransom Riggs, Release by Patrick Ness, Language of Thorns by Leigh Bardugo, All the Crooked Saints, again by Maggie Stafata, and Tales of the Peculiar, also by Ransom Riggs. Then I have Dorothy Must Die, The Wicked Will Rise, and The Yellow Brick Wall, all by Danielle Page. Begonia by Maria Devana Headley. I have Showstopper by Hayley Barker. An Ember in the Ashes by Saba Tahir. The Sin Eater's Daughter and The Sleeping Prince, both by Melinda Salisbury. Winter Song by S.J. Jones. Then I have Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief, Percy Jackson and the Sea of Monsters, Percy Jackson and the Titan's Curse, Percy Jackson and the Battle of the Labyrinth, and Percy Jackson and the Last Olympian, all by Rick Riordan. Then I have this, which is the 10th anniversary edition of Twilight, so it flips, and it also has Life and Death in it. I have The Short Second Life of Bree Tanner, and then I'm not going to get them out because they're a nightmare to get out, but I have my Twilight Collection DVD, and then also and then I have Twilight, New Moon, Eclipse, and Breaking Dawn, all by Stephanie Meyer. But here is my Keep Reading light box. Well, it's a light box, but it just says Keep Reading. Okay, so this shelf is kind of going into fantasy, so it's going into sci-fi, sorry. So here is some more fantasy books, and then they kind of go over, and then that makes way for the shelf underneath. So here we have some little soot balls from Spirited Away. My cousin made them for me with their little like sugar stars. Also on this shelf I have a Poe Dameron Pop Funko. So there's this little guy. Finn Pop Funko, again he's a little bobblehead one. I have a BB-8 Pop Funko. I have a little Mickey Mouse head that just died. There he is. And then I have a Coca-Cola bottle from when I went to see The Last Jedi with Rey on it. I really liked it. I wanted to keep it. I have a Aiden candle from the Illuminate series of a Rapunzel Pop Funko. She has a little paintbrush and she came with a little Pascal. Okay, so book-wise on this one we have the hardback version of The Iron Trial by Holly Black and Cassandra Clare. I have Every Heart a Doorway by Seanan Maguire. Then I have a Mockingbird pin which just fell out, but yeah, that's it sits in between my Hunger Games books. The Copper Gauntlet, the Bronze Key, and the Silver Mask, again all by Holly Black and Cassandra Clare. Then I have the Hunger Games, Catching Fire, Mockingjay, all by Suzanne Collins. Then I have The Wrath and the Dawn and The Rose and the Dagger, both by Renee Ahdieh. Thousandth Floor by Catherine McGee. Furthermore by Tahira Murphy. Underworld and Abandon, both by Meg Cabot. Then I have A Darker Shade of Magic, A Gathering of Shadows, and A Conjuring of Light, all by V. Schwab. William Shakespeare's The Clone Army Attacketh. Cinder, Scarlet, Cress, and Winter, all by Marissa Meyer as part of the Lunar Chronicles. I also have Stars Above and Ferris, which are also part of the Lunar Chronicles, but they are right in there. So The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet by Becky Chambers. I have Satellite by Nick Lake. I have Illuminae by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff, and The Host by Stephanie Meyer. Okay, so then we're going down to what is probably one of my favourite shelves. So this is my Stranger Things shelf, and it does have some books on it, but the books are kind of linked. This is a season 2 promo poster, and this came free with the Stranger Things record, like for my record player when the soundtrack came out on vinyl. So that's what that is. So I have a Jim Hopper badge, a Stranger Things badge, a Max badge, and the AV Club badge. These came with the Stranger Things limited edition Loot Crate box. Then here, arguably one of my favourite pieces of merchandise, I have tickets, arcade tickets for the Palace Arcade, which is in Hawkins. This came with the Stranger Things limited edition Loot Crate. Then I have these Stranger Things 11 photo cards and 2 stickers. Again, they came with the Loot Crate box. I have a Stranger Things Pop Funko 11 pen, so it's just a pen that says Stranger Things on it, and she is the little topper. Okay, then in here I have some books. So I have a Hawkins Middle School Composition Journal. Again, this was with the Loot Crate box. I have the Stranger Fillings Cookbook by the Muffin Brothers, which is all recipes to make Stranger Things themed food, which, you know, 2 of my favourite things combined. And then I have this notebook, which has the Christmas lights and Lucas, Mike and Dustin on their bikes on it. This was from Urban Outfitters. Then I have this here, which is a little ornament that came with the Loot Crate box, which is Mike and 11. I have this, which is a Barb, upside down Barb plushie, which again was with the Loot Crate box. I have an Eggo box. Then I have the Mike original Pop Funko with his Supercom, and just in his little, like, it was a little backpack. So, oh, that's adorable. And I have season 1 11 with her shaved head and the Eggo box, and she's holding a little waffle as well. Here we have the picture of the Mind Flayer that Will draws. That came free with the Loot Crate box as well. On the back it's got a list of what was in the box. Then I have season 2 Curly Head 11 Pop Funk, and this is probably my favourite one. I have Hopper. I don't think I can get close enough to show you, but like on his badge it does actually say Hopper. He has a little donut and a cup of coffee, because mornings are for coffee and contemplation. Then I have Nancy when her and Jonathan go practicing shooting. She's got a little ponytail, it's really cute. And I have Jonathan from season 1 and 2 with his camera, and there we go. Then we have everyone's favourite mum, Joyce Byers. Here she is, and this is season 2 Joyce in her uniform. Badge again, it says Joyce, but I don't think I can get good enough for the quality of that. But yeah, I love her. I put her by Hopper because we are all dreaming. This was from a mystery Funko box, and it's a Demogorgon. Then I just have an old-fashioned camera on here. I didn't have anywhere else to put it, and it was kind of from the time, and also like Jonathan, so it fit. Here we have a bookend, and it is 11 fighting the Demogorgon. This again was in the Loot Crate box. Then I have Will and Mike as the Ghostbusters, which I love. And I have Max with her skateboard, and Lucas and Dustin also as the Ghostbusters. These are really cool. Like, they actually have like the full-on like proton packs on them, which is just amazing, and the little badges on them say like Venkman stands and stuff, so they're really cool. And I love Max. I love like her skateboard and everything. So then this is just a little, I made this, I was just playing around with some hammer beads. I just killed them all. I was playing around with some hammer beads, and this is just it looks like a little 8-bit heart, and I thought because of the arcade and stuff. And then there's also some books on this shelf which I feel as though were kind of similar style, so that's why they're with this stuff. Firestarter by Stephen King. The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy by Douglas Adams. This is the whole trilogy of the 4. The Shining by Stephen King. Electric Dreams by Philip K. Dick. Welcome to Night Vale by Joseph Fink and Jeffrey Craner, The Unbecoming of Mara Dyer, The Evolution of Mara Dyer, The Retribution of Mara Dyer, and The Becoming of Noah Shaw, all by Michelle Hodkin, We Are the Ants by Sean David Hutchinson, It Devours by Joseph Fink and Jeffrey Craner, and Dr. Sleep by Stephen King. So then we have this shelf, which is my horror/crime shelf. Now, I had a couple of horror-y books on my Stranger Things shelf, but there's a couple more on this one because I was running out of room because all the pop bug go. So on this shelf I have, again, 2 little soot balls from Spirited Away, and I also have another little Mickey Mouse head that's scattered all over my shelves. I have a Nathan Drake from Uncharted Pop Funko. Now, I put him here, and I don't really think he fits, like, the vibe of, like, crime and horror, but, like, I don't know. He's just there. He lives there for now because that's where he fit. But I really love him, actually. I really like these video game pops, and he is really good. I want them to release more Uncharted ones, but yeah, I love him. Okay, so book-wise on this shelf, we have Gone Girl, Dark Places, and Sharp Objects, all by Gillian Flynn. And I have The Girl on the Train by Paula Hawkins, It by Stephen King, Asylum by Madeline Rue, There's Someone Inside Your House by Stephanie Perkins, Doll Bones by Holly Black, The Fandom by Anna Day, which probably doesn't constitute as horror, but I had no other room. Then I have The Cuckoo's Calling, The Silkworm, and Career of Evil, all by Robert Galbraith, aka J.K. Rowling. I have Black Ice by Becca Fitzpatrick, The Girls by Emma Cline, and finally on this shelf we have The Chemist by Stephanie Meyer. This next shelf is my Shadowhunters shelf, and it runs into 2 individual shelves, so I'll go through those now. This is kind of like a little terrarium, but instead it's got the New York skyline and the Statue of Liberty in it, and as the first, like the whole Mortal Instruments series is set in New York, I thought it fits nicely on this shelf. Then on here I have these badges, so I have some Maroon badges, and then also a poker chip that says Brooklyn because, again, set in New York. And I'll show you the little bits I have on this one as well. I also have my Isabel Lightwood snake bracelet, which looks like this, which is the pretty snazzy. I think this is from Amazon if I remember correctly, and it's based on the one she had in the movie. And then I also have my Shadowhunters tarot cards. Okay, so book-wise, let's start here. I have Lord of Shadows by Cassandra Clare. Then I have Lady Midnight by Cassandra Clare. This is the first book in the Dark Artificer series, and it comes with exclusive W.H. Smith fan art, which is actually pretty much all of the characters. So there's that one there. This page at the back too. Then I have Tales from the Shadowhunter Academy by Cassandra Clare, Sarah Reese Brennan, Maureen Johnson and Robin Weserman. And then I have The Bane Chronicles, also by Cassandra Clare, Sarah Reese Brennan and Maureen Johnson. I have the Mortal Instruments Volume 1 graphic novel by Cassandra Clare and illustrated by Cassandra Jean. Then I have my original covers of Clockwork Angel, Clockwork Prince and Clockwork Princess. Then I have the block colours of the Mortal Instruments. City of Bones is not here because Bertie currently has it. City of Ashes, City of Glass, City of Fallen Angels, City of Lost Souls, and of course City of Heavenly Fire, all by Cassandra Clare. Then I have these editions of the Infernal Devices, so I have Clockwork Angel, Clockwork Prince, and Clockwork Princess, and these are all by Cassandra Clare and illustrated by Hayek Young Bayak, and I hope I said that right. Then I have my original copies of the Mortal Instruments series. So we have City of Bones, City of Ashes, City of Glass, City of Fallen Angels, City of Lost Souls, and of course City of Heavenly Fire, all by Cassandra Clare. So then on to my second Shadowhunters shelf. I also have this, which was from my brother's wedding. Don't know why that's on there. So I have some tattoos, which are rune tattoos. These were in Waterstones. They were really cheap, they were on sale. I've got them for any future cosplayers or anything. Shadowhunters and Downworlders, a Mortal Instruments reader edited by Cassandra Clare. Then I have my Blackfriars Bridge edition of the Infernal Devices series. Clockwork Angel, Clockwork Prince, and of course Clockwork Princess, all by Cassandra Clare. Then up here we have my Mortal Instruments City of Bones movie DVD and my Shadowhunters Codex by Cassandra Clare and Joshua Lewis. Then I have, this is not in the box properly because I'm currently rereading. Then I have my Brooklyn Bridge edition of the Mortal Instruments series. Of course, City of Bones, City of Ashes, City of Glass, City of Fallen Angels, City of Lost Souls, and of course City of Heavenly Fire, all by Cassandra Clare. I have Lady Midnight by Cassandra Clare, and this one has blue pages. I also have my blue page version of Lord of Shadows, again by Cassandra Clare. We all know that by now. So again, blue pages. Then I have The Midnight Air, Course of True Love and First Dates by, this one's just by Cassandra Clare, this is by Cassandra Clare and Sarah Rees Brennan. Then I have my special limited edition version of Lady Midnight. It has all of these runes on it. I love it, it's beautiful. And to go with that one, I also have the special edition of Lord of Shadows as well. Then I have the 10-year anniversary edition of City of Bones, which came out in 2017. This is like additional illustrations and bonus content and everything in it, which is amazing and so beautiful. And then I have a history of notable shadow hunters and denizens of the Downworld, written by Cassandra Clare and illustrated, of course, by Cassandra Jean. Now we're moving on to the first of 4 Harry Potter shelves, and there's a lot of stuff. So this is the first shelf. I have 4 of the mystery Funkos. So I have Voldemort, Draco, Hagrid, and a little Hermione. And then behind them I have 3 full-size ones. So I have Remus Lupin, Mad-Eye Moody, and Albus Dumbledore. Up here I have Luna Lovegood, and she actually stands in front of her Spectre Specs. And I also have a Newt Scamander. He comes with a little picket, but it fell in there. I haven't had a chance to move it yet, but yeah, so I have a Newt Scamander. This is probably my favourite Newt that there is. And then I have this little Butterbeer ice cream pot, which I got from the Harry Potter Studio Tour. And there we have a little Triwizard Tournament Harry Funko. And I have a Sirius Black Pop Funko. And then here I have my Wizarding coins, and a little Niffler sits on top of those. This is part of one of the Noble Collection ones, and it has a galley and a sickle and a nut. And products inspired by the world of Harry Potter. And it just comes in this little case here. Then I have this Cedric Diggory Funko. It's Triwizard Cedric. Then I have this one, which is my Harry Potter Horcrux bookmark, which are again from Noble Collection. So we have the cup, the locket, Nagini here, the lightning bolt to represent Harry, the diary, the ring, and Ravenclaw's diadem. Then I have this badge which says Swish and Flick. And I also have this Tonks poster, which was signed when I met Nat Tena. Then I'm not going to move this out, but I have this Hogwarts School of Witches and Wizardry, so it's not legit, but I really like it. And I have in there a little Jacob, Tina and other Newt Scamander, and behind them is this money box which says the Bank of Gringotts. Okay, so book-wise on this shelf, these are the books. I have this little Slytherin tin which has like tickets and stuff in, and then I have this on here, which as you can see is not anything you buy, but this is just actually my own personal like Harry Potter memory book, like my memories of things I've done that are Harry Potter related, so that just sits on there too. Firstly on this shelf I have this Empire magazine which looks like the New York Ghost, and this came out when Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them first came out as promotion. This plays the video but it needs to be charged, but yeah, this played a little teaser trailer. Then I have the new English editions of Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them by Newt Scamander, Quidditch Through the Ages by Kenilworthy-West, and The Tales of Beedle the Bard. Obviously all of these are by J.K. Rowling, and they are the little additions to the Wizarding World, the Wizarding textbooks. Then I have Very Good Lives by J.K. Rowling. This is a speech that she made at school written into book form. I have Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, and of course Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. Then I have this One Day in the Life of Daniel Radcliffe by Tim Hayland, and the footnotes are by Daniel Radcliffe, and this is literally one day in Daniel Radcliffe's life. He was like, they took pictures and stuff. This book was originally for charity. Then I have this Time magazine that came out for the 20th anniversary of Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. I have a Harry Potter Magical Artifacts colouring book. There I have the 20th anniversary editions of Philosopher's Stone. I have all 4 in hardback, all 4 in paperback, the hardback Hufflepuff, the hardback Gryffindor, the hardback Ravenclaw, and my own house, the hardback Slytherin. And then I have the paperback Hufflepuff, the paperback Gryffindor, the paperback Ravenclaw, and the paperback Slytherin. So now let's move on to the second Harry Potter shelf. Just to point out, hanging above them all is these potions lights, which are from Primark. So on this shelf I have more Pop Funkos. So I have little mystery Funko Harry, which I actually got the day I met Daniel Radcliffe, so like I like really do treasure him because that's like the best day. And sits next to him is a little mystery Funko Hedwig. Then this is probably one of my favourite pops. This is Harry with his Gryffindor scarf holding Hedwig. I love this pop. He has little gloves. And then I have the little mystery Funko Harry sat on the chair getting sorted into his house. And I have this butterbeer tankard from the Harry Potter studio tour, and inside is a tie, and this is the Cursed Child tie, so you can only get these from the Cursed Child Theatre or online. There's a website, Cursed Child website, which I will link below. So they're slightly different from the movie one. And Bertie actually so kindly got me that one, so thank you. Then again, one of my other favourite pops is Big Harry getting sorted with the sorting hat on the little chair. I love this pop too. And then I have Harry in his Weasley jumper. Then I have the Hagrid Pop Funko, and next to Hagrid I have a little Fang. This is part of the Mystery Funko series. And I have the Golden Snitch in its little stand. It does come off, but yeah, so I love this. And I have a little Draco Malfoy Pop Funko. Then I have my Ginny Quidditch Funko, my fave gal. And also I have my Harry Quidditch Pop Funko as well. They stand next to each other because they're the best on that Quidditch team. I also have this Honeydukes sweets tin which had pear drops in it, but now it's just empty and I use it for little stuff. Then I have the Neville Longbottom with Trevor Pop Funko, and he just sits in this chocolate frog box which I got from the Harry Potter studio tour. And inside there are some chocolate frog cards, Rowena Ravenclaw, Albus Dumbledore, Salazar Slytherin, Helga Hufflepuff. So all I actually need is Godric Gryffindor. And that would be pretty good to have all the founders. Oh, that's that one behind is just another Ravenclaw, but yeah. And then here I have the Harry with Hedwig rock candy figure. I really love this. The only thing I don't like is that his eyes are blue. But other than that, I think it's amazing. Then I have this little badge, which is a book with the lightning bolt and glasses. And I have this Hermione Funko as well. On this side I have a Bertie Bott's Every Flavour Bean bag. This is original 2001 merchandise, so the only place you would ever be able to get this is from eBay. I have this Gringotts money bag. Also on the shelf I have Harry's wand. Then I have this sign, which was a Christmas present from me, that says, "When in doubt, go to the library," which is one of my favourite Harry Potter quotes. And also non-book wise, I have this Bertie Bott's pot from the Harry Potter Studio Tour, which just has some badges in it. I also have my Hogwarts letter, which is sealed and does actually have a letter in it. And I have my Platform 9 3/4 London to Hogwarts one-way ticket. This is from the Platform 9 3/4 shop in King's Cross, and so is the letter. And hanging up here I have interdepartmental memos from the Ministry of Magic note. Okay, so book-wise we have my original editions of Harry Potter. So we have Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, my fave, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. Then I have the hardback rehearsal edition of the Harry Potter and the Cursed Child Parts 1 and 2 script. This is actually signed by the main 7 cast members of the original cast. So Draco, Ron, Hermione, Harry, Ginny, Albus and Scorpius. I think that's everyone. This was like before I knew their actual names, so I wrote their names next to it. This is what I got signed the first time I ever saw the play, back when it was the original cast. It was like, it had been out for like a month or something like that, 2 months. So this is that one, so I hold this one very dear to me. Then I have my original copy of Quidditch Through the Ages and my original copy of Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. I have my original copy of The Tales of Beedle the Bard by J.K. Rowling. And then here I have this Harry Potter box set with the first 3 books in it. And then inside it has Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, and Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. The final book on this shelf is The Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them original screenplay script book. Okay, so then I have this little shelf in here, which is just like kind of bigger books, so I'm not going to get them out. A Hermione Prisoner of Azkaban pop Funko, she actually has the time turner on her. I have Harry in his pyjamas with the Marauders map Funko, and the Ron with Scabbers pop Funko. And next to them I have the time turner, this time turner, which was from Waterstones, and obviously because it's very fitting with the Prisoner of Azkaban theme. And then I won't get these ones up, but I have the Harry Potter Page to Scream, Inside the Magic Making of Fantastic Beasts, The Case of the Beast, all by Mina Lima. Then I have Character Vault and some movie magic books. On my American Castle set of all of the Harry Potter books. Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Philosopher's Stone, Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, and finally, of course, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. Those ones. And then I have American editions of the Hogwarts Library, Quidditch Through the Ages, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, and The Tales of Beedle the Bard. Then we have the final Harry Potter shelf. On this shelf we have this Fizz and Whizbees box. It had Fizz and Whizbees in it, which by the way are the nicest sweets that I think the studio tour sells. So I have these Fred and George Funkos. They're holding products from Weasley's Wizard Wheezes. They stand in front of this Weasley's Wizard Wheezes badge. This is from the House of Mina Lima. Then I have the original Harry Funko Pop. And I have my fave, Ginny in her school uniform pop. Again, one of my favourites. Then I have Luna with her lion head Funko, arguably one of the best ones that there is. Then I have this Dementor Funko, which is like, how are they able to make a Dementor cute, honestly? Then I have Harry with the Prophecy Funko. And I have Ron in his Yule Ball outfit Funko. Then I have the Luna Rock Candy. She has the Quibbler and her Spectrospecs, and just honestly this whole one is just fantastic. And then here I have the Hogwarts Express train. There's the Hogwarts Express train, Soldiers Castle, and it has Harry with his broken glasses and Dursley clothes on, Hermione holding some books, and then just regular Ron with his broken wand. This train is one of my favourite products that Funko has ever released. We have the Marauders map. It's full size, it folds out, it's massive, I'll show you. But yeah, this is one of my favourite things that Noble Collection has done. I have this Noble Collection Slytherin crest bookmark, as I am a Slytherin. I love the quality of this one, it's absolutely amazing. Then I have this Butterbeer tankard, again from the Harry Potter Studio Tour, and in this it has my Funko pens. Harry Funko pen, Ginny Funko pen, and my Hagrid Funko pen. It also has some Harry glasses for like cosplay and just messing around purposes. In here as well there is all of my different Harry Potter bookmarks. So then I also have my extendable ear, which is a Weasley's Wizard Wheezes product, and this is from the Harry Potter Studio Tour. Then I have this pin which says all was well, and it's shaped for the lightning bolt. And I also have this Holyhead Harpies pin because they are my Quidditch team. They are the team Ginny played with after she finished Hogwarts. And then here we have the illustrated Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, the illustrated Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, the illustrated Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, and they are all illustrated by Jim Kay. Then I have Harry Potter, A Journey Through History and Magic from the British Library, all about the exhibit that they had on. And my final item on the Harry Potter shelf is my illustrated edition of Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them by J.K. Rowling and illustrated by Olivia Jill. Okay, so then we go on to the first shelf of contemporaries, and this bit is actually all LGBTQ+ books. So firstly I have this postcard which says straight people should have to come out too, and the more awkward it is the better. And on the other side it says white shouldn't be the default any more than straight should be the default. There shouldn't even be a default. And this postcard came with the movie time version of Simon vs. the Homo Sapiens Agenda, or Love Simon. And then I also have two badges, so just a pride one and this one. I have two other sit balls on there sat on the friend sofa. This is from New York. I can't remember exactly where I got it from, but like the studios of the company that make them in New York. And up here I have a Rapunzel with flowers all in her hair pop Funko. I have As I Descended by Robin Talley, More Happy Than Not by Adam Silvera, Everything Leads to You by Nina LaCour, George by Alex Gino, Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe by Benjamin Allery Sainz, Carry On by Rainbow Rowell. I know this isn't contemporary, but it is LGBTQ+, so Autobiography by Christina Lauren, The Inexplicable Logic of My Life by Benjamin Allery Sainz, The Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue by Mackenzie Lee, the hardback edition of Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe by Benjamin Allery Sainz, The Art of Being Normal by Lisa Williamson, Gracefully Grayson by Amy Polonsky, Tell Me Again How a Crush Should Feel by Sarah Farazan, The Miseducation of Cameron Post by Emily M. Danforth, Alex as Well by Elisa Brugman, Simon vs. the Homo Sapiens Agenda, and then Simon vs. the Homo Sapiens Agenda but with the title Love Simon, and The Upside of Unrequited, all by Becky Albertalli, Highly Illogical Behaviour by John Corey Whaley, They Both Die at the End by Adam Silvera, Our Own Private Universe by Robin Talley, You Know Me Well by Nina LaCour and David Leatherton, Unspeakable by Abby Rushton, the colouring edition of Carry On by Rainbow Rowell, and Girl Love Girl by Lucy Sutcliffe. I just realised while I was doing this that A Kind of a Funny Story by Ned Vizzini was in with these, and it's not an LGBTQ plus novel, so I don't know why it was there, but it is another contemporary that I have on the contemporary shelf. We have Christodora by Tim Murphy, The Silver Liners Playbook by Matthew Quick, Walk to Remember by Nicholas Sparks, What Light by Jay Asher, Love Letters to the Dead by Ava Dalaria, All the Bright Places by Jennifer Naven, The Unexpected Everything and Second Chance Summer, both by Morgan Matson, Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime by Mark Haddon, Not Working by Lisa Owens, When Dimple Met Rishi by Sanja Menon. Finally on this shelf we have Goodbye Days by Jeff Zentner. And then on to the next one, I have this little candle which looks like Guinness and smells like Guinness as well, which we got from Ireland. Then we have Life at the Shallow End by Helen Bailey, The Essex Serpent by Sarah Perry, Kitchen by Banana Yoshimoto, The Goldfinch by Donna Tart, The Circle by Dave Eggers, Water for Elephants by Sarah Gruen, The Serpent King by Jeff Zentner, The Square Root of Summer by Harriet Ruta Hapgood, The Accidental Life of Jessie Jefferson by Paige Toon, Orange Boy by Patrice Lawrence. Then I have Still Alice by Lisa Genova, Cosmopolis by Don DeLeo, The Door That Led to Where by Sally Gardner, Nakino Thrift Shop by Hiromi Karakami, and The Versions of Us by Laura Barnett. Then I have this other contemporary shelf, and on this shelf I have a Baymax in his armour Pop Funko. I love Baymax. A Hero Funko in his armour, and a regular Baymax Funko. I also have this Lucky Penny brooch that my cousin got for me, and then we have all of the books. So I have The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas, Tears by Amanda Maciel, 7 Days of You by Cecilia Vaness, The Impossible Knife of Memory and Speak, both by Laurie Howes Anderson, The Shock of the Fall by Nathan Filer, Paper Towns, Looking for Alaska, and The Fault in Our Stars, all by John Green, Anna and the French Kiss, Lola and the Boy Next Door, and Isla and the Happily Ever After, all by Stephanie Perkins. Ow. Attachment, Eleanor and Park again, and Fangirl, all by Rainbow Rowell, The Sense of an Ending by Julian Barnes, The Disputable History of Frankie Lando Banks, and We Were Liars, both by E. Lockhart, A Boy Called Hope by Lara Williamson, Welcome to Nowhere by Elizabeth Lard, A Quiet Kind of Thunder by Sarah Barnard, To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee, When We Collided by Emery Lord, Cuckoo by Karen David, The Many Worlds of Albie Bright by Christopher Edge, A Really Awesome Mess by Trish Cook and Brendan Halpin, Face by Benjamin Zephaniah, Me and Earl and the Dying Girl by Jesse Andrews, The Sky is Everywhere by Jandy Nelson, Wonder by R.J. Palacio, Holding Up the Universe by Jennifer Navet, 13 Reasons Why by Jay Asher, and finally for this shelf, My Sister Lives on the Mantelpiece by Annabelle Pitcher. Then we have my final contemporary shelf. On this shelf I have a little Flynn Rider and Rapunzel with flowers in her hair, Sum Sum. I also have this postcard which says the important thing is I believe in myself, and I love it. It's a little Loch monster and I think it's brilliant. And I also have a Pop Funko on here. This is Victor from Yuri on Ice. Okay, so on this shelf I have Hate List by Jennifer Brown, Kindred Spirits by Rainbow Rowell, The Manifesto on How to Be Interesting by Holly Ball, The Problem with Forever by Jennifer L. Armentrout. Then I have Paperweight by Meg Haston, To All the Boys I've Loved Before by Jenny Han, Who Runs the World by Virginia Bergen, Love Lessons by Jacqueline Wilson, It Only Happens in the Movies by Holly Ball, Under Rose-Tinted Skies by Louise Gornall, The Perks of Being a Wallflower by Stephen Chbosky, You're Okay by Nina LaCour, Summer Days and Summer Night, and My True Love Gave to Me, both edited by Stephanie Perkins. This is 12 Summer Romances, this is 12 Winter Romances, all written by various different authors. The Thing About Jellyfish by Ali Benjamin, Landline and Fangirl, both by Rainbow Rowell, Dear Martin by Nick Stone, A List of Cages by Robin Rowe, All About Mia by Lisa Williamson, This Is Where It Ends by Maria Nijkamp. I don't know if I've said that right. Things a Bright Girl Can Do by Sally Nichols, Kiss by Jacqueline Wilson, Turtles All the Way Down by John Green, Eleanor Oliphant Is Completely Fine by Gail Honeyman, The Little Paris Bookshop by Nina George, Us by David Nichols, and finally On the Other Side by Carrie Hope Fletcher. This next shelf is my children's bookshelf. Not all of them are children's bookshelves, and some other ones have kind of been put other places, but this is this one. On this shelf we have a little Calcifer my cousin made for me, a ice cube I got from Disney from the glow teeny thing. We have another Mickey Mouse head. I also have these two coins. They are from, I don't know if you can see them, they're from Disneyland Paris. One's the anniversary and one's from the time I went with Ellie. And I have this little Admit One Walt Disney Studios entrance ticket little dish thingy from the Walt Disney Studios. I also have a Totoro pen pot with some Totoro and No Face pens in it which I love, and a little mini Totoro himself. Okay, so on this shelf I have my Roald Dahl collection. So in this one there is Matilda, George's Marvellous Medicine, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Then I have this collection which is like children's versions of Shakespeare, so it's written as stories so they can understand the concepts. So I have Romeo and Juliet, Twelfth Night, Henry V, Hamlet, Antony and Cleopatra, Macbeth, The Tempest and A Midsummer's Night's Dream by Matthew Ross. Down here is my Roald Dahl big collection, that can stay there. I'm not getting that out. Then we have Howl's Moving Castle by Diana Wynne Jones, the collector's edition of the BFG by Roald Dahl and illustrated by Quentin Blake. Then I have Fallout and Double Down by Gwenda Bond, A Girl Called Owl by Amy Wilson, Charlotte's Web by E.B. White, Alice's Adventures in Wonderland by Lewis Carroll, Stuart Little by E.B. White, Sleepovers by Jacqueline Wilson, Bread and Breakfast Star by Jacqueline Wilson, Dare Game by Jacqueline Wilson, Peter Pan by J.M. Barrie, Coraline by Neil Gaiman, The Illustrated Mum by Jacqueline Wilson, Candy Floss by Jacqueline Wilson, The Story of Tracy Beaker by Jacqueline Wilson, Double Act by Jacqueline Wilson, Bad Girls by Jacqueline Wilson. Then we have the whole My Secret Unicorn series, The Magic Spell, Dreams Come True, Starlight Surprise, Special Friend, Rising Star, Stronger Than Magic, Flying High, all by Linda Chapman. Then I have the Consequences series by Laurie Depp, so we have Don't Call Me Baby, The Camera Never Lies, Runaway Girl, Secrets, Lies and Videotape, Holding the Front Page, and I'm With the Band. Then I have the Chronicles of Narnia series, The Magician's Nephew, The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe, The Horse and His Boy, Prince Caspian, The Voyage of the Dawn Treader, The Silver Chair, and of course The Last Battle, all by C.S. Lewis. Then I have Ink Heart, Ink Spell, and Ink Death, all by Cornelia Funk. The Last Kids on Earth by Max Brellier. The Wizard of Oz by Frank Baum. How to Train Your Dragon by Cressida Cowell. And Seriously Wicked, Seriously Shifted, and Seriously Hexed, all by Tina Connolly. Then moving across we have this little drawing of me which was given to me at Summer in the City in 2016. Then these are my kind of like graphic novel books with like pictures and stuff in. And then we go over to non-fiction, poetry, kind of talky books. Paper Girls by Brian K. Vaughan and illustrated by Cliff Chiang. The Sleeper and the Spindle by Neil Gaiman and illustrated by Chris Riddell. Horror Store by Grady Hendrix. Nimona by Noelle Stevenson. In Real Life by Cory Doctorow and Jen Wang. The Twilight graphic novels Volume 1 and Volume 2 by Stephanie Meyer and illustrated by Young Kim. These I've had for years. I haven't read them in a while. Seconds by Brian Lee O'Malley. The Isabel Journal by Isabel Harrop. Lovesick by Jessie Cave. Loveless Volumes 1 and 2 by Young Cougar. The Fangirl's Guide to the Galaxy by Sam Maggs. And My Neighbor Totoro by Hayao Miyazaki, and the novel is by Tsugigo Kubo. I think I've said that right. And then I have the Disney Storybook series, but I have the Tangled version because it is my favourite Disney princess film. Then I have this poem collection book. So I have Sylvia Plath's Ariel, Fried Sassoon, The War Poems, T.S. Eliot, The Wasteland and Other Poems, Wendy Cope, Making Coca for Kingsley Amis, W.H. Alden, Tell Me the Truth About Love, Simon Armitage, Kid, T.S. Eliot, Old Possum's Book of Practical Cats, Philip Larkin, High Windows, Ted Hughes, Crow and Seamus Heaney's Death of a Naturalist. Then I have this, which is what I used for my GCSEs. It's a York Notes Sylvia Plath Selected Poems book. Then I have Fishing in the Aftermath by Selena Godden, which is also a book of poems. We Should Hang Out Sometime by Josh Sundquist. A Brief History of Time by Stephen Hawking. 7 Brief Lessons on Physics by Carlo Rovelli. I Think Therefore I Am by Leslie Levine. Why Does E Equal MC Squared by Brian Cox and Jeff Forshaw. God Is Not Great by Christopher Hitchens. Old from the Stone by Lem Sissay, which is also a book of poems. Sunbathing in the Rain by Gwyneth Lewis. I Am Malala by Malala. How to Be a Woman by Caitlin Moran. This Book is Gay by Juno Dawson. The Meaning of Things by A.C. Grayling. This Modern Love by Will Derbyshire. Life with a Sprinkle of Glitter by Louise Pentland. If You Feel Too Much by Jamie Chwarkowski, and The Psychopath Test by John Ronson. This next shelf has my letter R on it, which is just, it lights up, and also Feast of Fates by Christian A. Brown, which is my next read. I was sent this book by a publisher and it's like my immediate TBR, so that's why it's there. And then this next shelf does actually have books on it, but this is my theatre shelf. So I have these badges, Dark Slytherin, Slytherin and Darkmark from Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. And then I have a Dark Slytherin and a Slytherin patch, also from Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. I have my paperback version of the Harry Potter and the Cursed Child play script, which is signed by the current and second cast, so the second cast are the current cast, but yes, that's not signed by them. And behind here, I won't get them out, but this is the like art book kind of making of book for cast 1, and this is the one for cast 2. I have 2 Keep the Secrets badges out, so those together make the wing. And then I also have this Harry Potter and the Cursed Child mug, and in here I have a Slytherin pen, a Cursed Child pen, a Cursed Child bookmark, and the rest of my Keep the Secrets badges from every time I've been. Then here I have 2 wand boxes. So these just say Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, the 8th story, 19 years later. So I have Scorpius Malfoy's wand and Albus Potter's wand. I will show you those in more detail now. So this is Albus's wand. And this is Scorpius's wand. I think Scorpius's is my favourite, just slightly. And then over here, this is my pot of tickets. So it has all of the tickets for all the shows I've seen. Then I have this little pot here, which is from Waitress. And I have 2 books here. I have Wicked and Son of a Witch, both by Gregory Maguire. And these are the books which inspired the musical. Then here I have this Wicked cup, which I got from seeing Wicked on Broadway, and this keeps all of my non-Harry Potter related bookmarks in it, and also badges. And it also has this, which says Oz in it, so it's an ornament I got from Wicked as well. Then I have this Hamilton lapel pin, and this set of Hamilton badges. The other one is on my coat. We also have Rosencrantz and Guildenstern by Tom Stoppard on here. This is the script of that. So I have 2 playbills, Waitress and Wicked. So here is all the big programmes from the shows I've seen, and here are, oh, I've just killed myself. But here are all the little programmes. They're all there. I've just murdered my shelf. All my tickets are dead. I have a $10 bill, because, you know, $10 Founding Father. Then I have the Ron Chernow Alexander Hamilton biography, and of course the Hamilton the Revolution by Lin-Manuel Miranda and Jeremy McCarter. I love this book, like, so much. And then this shelf we won't go into. This is empty. It's just got all my DVDs on it at the moment before I can find a better place for them. And this shelf down here has all of my journals, notebooks, pens, and like writing and books in it, so I won't go into those, but that's literally just like journals and all stuff like that. Then we go on to the final 2 shelves. This is classics and this is more non-fiction. So we have Memoirs of a Geisha by Arthur Golden, A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens, Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte, Atonement by Ian McEwan, The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald, Private Peaceful by Michael Morpurgo, And the Hippos Were Bored in Their Tanks by Jack Kerouac and William S. Burroughs, Big Sur by Jack Kerouac, The Essential Ginsberg Collection by Allen Ginsberg, On the Road by Jack Kerouac, the movie version of On the Road by Jack Kerouac, Dharma Bums by Jack Kerouac, 100 Years of the Battle of the Somme Anniversary Edition of Private Peaceful by Michael Morpurgo, The Haunted Life by Jack Kerouac. Then here I have these collector's editions of Mansfield Park, Emma, Sense and Sensibility and Pride and Prejudice, all by Jane Austen. And behind is my entire collective works of William Shakespeare. And then here we have Romeo and Juliet, Macbeth, and A Midsummer Night's Dream, Jamaica Inn by Daphne du Maurier, The Woman in Black by Susan Hill, Dracula by Bram Stoker. We have another edition of On the Road by Jack Kerouac, East of Eden by John Steinbeck, Animal Farm by George Orwell, The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald, Of Mice and Men by John Steinbeck, The Murders in the Rue Morgue and Other Tales by Edgar Allan Poe, Into the Wild by John Krakauer, and Prejudice by Jane Austen, Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte, Great Expectations by Charles Dickens, This Side of Paradise and the Beautiful and the Damned by F. Scott Fitzgerald. And finally, for this shelf, we have my Hans Christian Andersen Classic Fairy Tales Collection binder. Then we have my final shelf, which has these brain erasers on it, which Bertie gave me, so they're rubbers that go on the end of pencils. They look like little brains. Then I have Talking as Fast as I Can by Lauren Graham, The God Delusion by Richard Dawkins, 90 Minutes in Heaven by Don Piper, The Shack by W.M. Paul Young, Reasons to Stay Alive by Matt Haig. Here, I won't get them all out, but these are basically diaries. They are like fictional diaries to tell stories of events that have happened. So this was given to me when I was very young as kind of like an educational thing. The Bloody Tudor, The Great Plague, Mail Girl, The Tudor Queen, Transported, Suffragette, The Voyage of the Great Titanic, Anne Boleyn and Me, The Blitz and the Mayflower. Then I have Jackie Daydream by Jacqueline Wilson and Generation Z by Chloe Comby. Then here I have my phrenology head, Happy by Darren Brown, The Good Psychopath's Guide to Success by Kevin Dutton and Andy McNabb, Nick Frost, Truths, Half-Truths and Little White Lies, Danny Dyer, Life Lessons from the East End. Then I have A Little Stress Ball, which is a brain, which again, psychology, I appreciate. Binge by Tyler Oakley, All I Know Now by Kerry Hope Fletcher, Ed Sheeran, A Visual Journey, and Don't Feel Go Outside and The Amazing Book Is Not on Fire. So that is all my books. I hope you liked that. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you're doing good, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.